Okay, I hate the title content creator, and I don't like to think of myself that way. I really much prefer to think of myself as an artist. But as special as I like to think that I am, the main platform for my videos is YouTube, and the main platform for my stills is still Instagram. So until I cross some sort of magic threshold, content creator is really what I am. With that in mind, over the years I've come across a handful of softwares and applications that make my content creation much easier or help me deliver a higher quality product, and I want to share those with you guys. I also want this video to be as quick and dirty as possible, so let's get to it, and I'm going to have a few honorable mentions as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention these are free tools, not just tools, free softwares and applications that anyone can access. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve isn't the secret that it once was, but I switched to this for my personal videos back in 2020 because it was free, and I haven't looked back since because it's just that good. I still use the free version to this day, and it does everything I need and much more. I find the interface to be extremely accessible and convenient, especially compared to something like Premiere Pro. It is much less taxing on my computer and far more stable. I pretty much never run into crashes with this software. There's tons of depth to this platform. I find the audio editing interface to be extremely accessible and more convenient than any other platform that I've used. DaVinci Resolve also has Fusion, which is kind of like a baked-in mini After Effects. There's a lot of depth there. I don't know how to use it that well, but if you're looking to do any special effects, you can usually do it in there. The color grading is probably my favorite part about DaVinci Resolve. There are so many unique tools that I almost wish I had in apps like Lightroom because I love the precise control that they offer, and I think just watching tutorials on how to create node trees and everything has been such a boon for my video editing skills. Another important part of the software is that there's so much information to learn how to use it. Blackmagic has some great guides. They're a little bit tedious and kind of like textbook-like to get through, but it will tell you everything you want to know about the software and even about basic video editing itself. And then beyond that, there's a ton of YouTube tutorials and assets to really enhance your experience with the software. All in all, if you do your homework and put a little time into the software, you're gonna get absolutely everything you need for free. Next up is Photopea, and it's pretty much like Photoshop, but in your browser. Now, I don't know how deep it goes, but I pretty much just used this when I needed another Photoshop license at my previous job, but they were too cheap to give me another one. So I had to use it there to create thumbnails, but it's excellent. It seems to have just about every tool that I used in regular Photoshop because I don't use too many of the advanced things, and it's completely free. Oh, and in my experience, I found the automation tools like subject selection to be even more accurate in Photopea than they were in Photoshop for me, so cool added bonus. Next is thumbsup.tv, and this is just a very simple website where you upload your thumbnail and your title, and it shows you how it's going to look in different YouTube configurations like mobile, web page, sidebar, whatever. This is super helpful for making sure that your title thumbnail combo has the punch that you want, and then you can open different tabs and see them all kind of side by side to see which one is best. Okay, now we're going to get into the meat of things with YT-DLP. This one's a little bit intense, but I often want to download YouTube videos to put in my YouTube videos for visual reference. And the best way to do that previously was go to a website like YouTube to MP3 or YouTube to MP4, but those websites are usually pretty sketchy and often get nuked. Now, YT-DLP, from my limited understanding, is a Python plugin that allows you to download YouTube videos with lots of control. I don't understand it 100%, but I do understand it enough to download YouTube videos and audios in full quality. It's complex, but it kind of makes you feel like a hacker, and it's probably safer than those sketchy websites. There's a bunch of really good tutorials out there. If you really want to get into the weeds, this is a great software to have full control over what you're doing for your YouTube video production. I'll link a few different guides in the description so you guys can read more about it and take advantage of it. Next up is an app called Obsidian, and this is kind of my personal alternative to Notion. I know a lot of people like Notion for organizing their ideas and using it as sort of a modern day filing cabinet, but I didn't like the layout that much. I think it's really kind of boxy and clunky, and I much prefer Obsidian. For me, Obsidian is just a markdown-based app for writing and organizing ideas, and that's kind of it. There's like an infinite number of ways to use Obsidian, but I use it very simply. I have a few folders, but I mostly use the YouTube folder. I have a file titled YouTube Ideas, and in there I have a list of links to files titled by idea. So every time I have an idea, I pop into this file, link a brand new file to it, and then fill out that new file with my idea. Then it's easily accessible in the future. It's just linked to my idea page. I might have not done the best job explaining this one, but it's an incredibly straightforward and intuitive way to organize all your ideas in one place and have them very accessible. Plus, Obsidian is encrypted, locally stored, and again, free. Okay, so I said that I was going to do 5 apps and softwares on this list, but I actually have 2 more that I want to include as sort of honorable mentions, and the first of those 2 is actually SoundCloud. I would assume that most people who are watching this video have heard of SoundCloud, but I don't think most people are taking advantage of it in the way that they should be. For me, I think it has been an incredible resource to finding good music for videos. In my experience, finding good music for videos has been such a difficult thing to do. So much of it sounds way too corny, low production quality, just not good music, not fitting music. There's so many problems you can run into when you're really trying to find the music that makes your video pop. And with SoundCloud, I think you get generally a much higher quality of music compared to something like the royalty-free stuff on YouTube, because it's usually made by people who genuinely want to share their music. And then also you can get very specific things. For me, I really like using video game music in my videos, and particularly I like to use video game covers. So there's so many amazing covers out there on SoundCloud that people are allowing you to download and use. It's definitely something that you should take a look at. Just kind of find the vibe that you like for your videos and then go from there. And I think you'll have a lot more success than bumming around on YouTube's royalty-free library. And the last one I want to share is another website called WeTransfer. And personally, I think this is like the best way to send files to other collaborators. 9 times out of 10, I don't want something in a drive like Google Drive or Dropbox. I just want to send it one way and let that person have access to whatever I'm sending them. And this is the best way to do that. All right, and that's it. Those are the free tools that I use as a content creator every week. I think they're pretty much irreplaceable comparatively. Like DaVinci Resolve is still, I can't believe it's free. But if you guys think I missed anything or you have any other tools that you want to share with me, be sure to drop them down in the comments below because I want to know what you guys are hiding from me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one real soon.